You know what I'm saying? You need protection. You can trust. Good? Just want to start it off that way, James. Shoot.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Back on the right.
Been a few weeks since you had Tez back there out with you. What was it like to kind of have him back in the fold tonight?
Good. I think more than playing, I think it just helps with overall morale. His lively energy, but then, of course, when you get the ball in his hands, so there's a lot that comes with that. But we love Tez. We need him. He's a big part of what we do.
Front left, right.
For someone spending their lone year in the program, how much did you feel the intensity of the rivalry and sort of this being a get-back game for the program when they hadn't won against Washington these last couple of years?
Yeah, was talked about, but just being right where our feet are and knowing that history don't help us one bit. You got to go prove it, and I felt like we did, but definitely aware of it. Know of it. Watched both those games actually. So it's good stuff. Very good. No, you're good.
Stay on the left here.
Coach just called this the team's most complete game of the season. I guess, do you agree with that? And what was working for the offense there through three quarters there?
For sure. Always things you can clean up, but proud of our guys and the way we, set the tone, set the pace. I know James was happy about that third quarter, and things that we've talked about. But also just running the football, man. You look at everyone contributing in that way, and then taking what they give us in the pass game and being aggressive when need to and being smart when, that presents itself. So I think more importantly, it's clean, playing clean and efficient and then executing at a high level.
Right here, front right. James.
Coach called you guys the most connected team he thinks he's ever coached.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that? And what are some ways that connection comes through in the locker room, on the practice field, and on the game day field?
Yeah, a lot of ways. I think the competitive nature of our whole team, you see it in practice. I encourage everyone to come. James comes to practice all the time. But I encourage you to come to practice and just see the way we practice. But we take pride in it. That's older guys as well that, like myself, played 6 years. But the way we attack it and contribute, in our own way, I think that speaks to how we are connected as a team. A lot of guys who've played a bunch of football, know what it takes to win and have been on the good and bad sides of, a game in general. So I think that, and then you come to, our Thursday player-led meetings. I think you just see a lot of mature individuals in the way they speak, what they demand of the team, and how they set the tone. I go back to when Noah Whittington, spoke in front of us, this week on a Wednesday. You just see the passion, the love. A guy who's grinded, and there's so many other, guys on our team that do that. But I think it just that moment, I think, speaks to a lot of where we are as a team.
Back left, Matt.
Dillon, can you appreciate just the difficulty of 12-0, and then can you maybe explain how this team was able to navigate the waters where this weekend again we saw how difficult it is to win in November?
Yeah, winning's difficult. It's not easy, and to do it consistently and wake up every morning and not let it become a lackadaisical routine. It's demanding, but you just see a group of guys that, like I said, to speak to the connection. When one person may be down, the way we bring others up, and have to match that energy, on our good days, how do we make it great? And that's the people around you, how they motivate you, how they push you, how they inspire you to wake up every morning and have your A game, And then you have a head man who brings his A game every freaking morning. Like, there's levels to it, and we all appreciate it. But I think the best part is we haven't really talked about it. We're just 1 week focused and so present. It's hard to do. It's very easy for us to look forward to the future, but we've just been living in a time where tomorrow's fiction. Tomorrow's not real in our books. We're just focused right where we're at.
On the right, Brent.
Defense has 10 sacks tonight, tying a program record. Just what was it like for you watching them do what they did out there tonight, and how helpful was that for you?
Yeah, a lot of fun. Bunch of big smiles on my face, as we're on the sideline. But utmost confidence in those guys and the way they play. I can even go back to a fall camp scrimmage, and I remember we were putting the squad together, and you just see like the way we compete, and we go against those guys every single day. So we know what they're capable of. But I think that's, our competitive advantage, the way we practice and the way we push each other. So super proud of the defense, always proud of them, the way they, attack, and, they came to play today.
Left out.
Speaking on that, I know he plays on the other side of the ball, but Bryce Betcher had a huge game, forced fumble, really kind of flipped the game in that second quarter. What has he meant to this program? I know you've only been here a year, but what has he kind of meant to this team at linebacker?
Yeah, it meant more than just to the program, but the city of Eugene, homegrown guy who loves life, and loves playing ball, both baseball and football. But he's probably the hardest working dude I've been around too. When I wake up in the morning, I'm stretching and, in the locker room, and like he's the guy I'm looking at, and like who, and Bossa as well. But like who wouldn't you, want, like who wouldn't want a guy like him in your locker room? I can't say anything but good stuff about him because he's just a dog, and he works. But he's even smarter than that, and you put all that together, it's a good recipe for a great player and a great person.
Right here in the middle.
This being your senior night, and what makes Eugene and this Oregon Ducks team different from the teams that you've been on in the past?
Special year, but special people more importantly. I think as I've gotten older, I'm chasing people and I'm chasing memories. I'm not promised tomorrow. I don't know when my time is up, but that's what I'm chasing. And I think the more memories and the more great people you can be around, the more fulfilling your life is. So I would just say getting here, the great people that invest in you, that are extremely positive, and want to see the best out of you. I think it's a powerful feeling, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. I'm grateful to contribute to it. But I think you just see everyone involved, that makes this thing go. Whether it's equipment staff, the training staff, our people down in our cafeteria, the people who take care of this building. That's all the people and all the support, even Duck Nation. It's people that really make this thing go. So we're appreciative of them and just want to represent them in the right way.
Front left, James.
When you decided to come here 50 weeks ago, and the mission is to do exactly what you're doing, what is it like to be reaching this potential? And if you're chasing memories, what are those memories that stick out to you so far?
Yeah, well, the memories are, I don't know the exact dates, but, further down the road. And, I think coming here, I think you and you believe and have this, thought of what could be. But, a lot of people think about what could be, and got to go make it happen. And I think that's probably been the most fulfilling part is just the way we respond and the guys and how they work. And then, of course, they're not to sugarcoat it, the joy's in the winning. Winning's fun. It's addicting. It's my drug of choice, I say. It's an addicting feeling. And I think just being around this program, like I said, you believe it, but then when you actually do it, it's something special. So I think the rest will unfold as we just keep playing our butt off.
Front left, Brian. Two more. Then Zach will finish there.
Mentioned in the player-led meeting, Noah speaking to you guys. What did he say that really struck you and that impact on you, like you were saying?
Just a guy who's been through a lot, and I think more than what he said, I think just his presence, and the way he was able to get everyone's attention, and his ability to just not let that day be wasted, and he set the tone that way. And I feel like it just set our day up for success, and so little, right? Like oh, just one speech for one day, but that's all you got, today. He made it. He made his impact on that day, and that was the most important day. So, a guy like him who's been through a lot, like I said, and has pushed through, and a guy who wasn't on the field during those times that those games were played. I think he just had a great way of presenting how he wanted to be out there for the boys. And he's a guy who's all about team. So I appreciate him. Mature individual, but just a great guy. So.
Last question, Zach.
Dan has talked all year about peaking at the right time. I'll start by saying, do you think you are peaking at the right time? And if so, what goes into peaking at this time, not too early, not too late, and kind of finding that sweet spot?
I guess we'll never know until, that, down the road comes. But I will say, I think the mindset's right, and the preparation and how we do things is right as well. But, I think it's proving it every single week. That'll let me know and let us know if we're peaking at the right time. But, that's what I love about this team. Just the way we practice, the way we are addicted to the process and the way we practice. It's not to not give you an answer, but that's where it comes from. It's not no secret. So like I said, I love these boys. Proud of them. Senior night has been more than special, and I love Eugene. I love Oregon, so I'm appreciative of it all. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.